and thank you for joining the latest edition of Jag Sports Zone Halloween Edition inside Kavanaugh Hall here at IUPUI. I'm your host, Kristin Kemp, and together with the Sports Zone crew, we are here to deliver all things Jag Sports, including highlights, interviews, and the up-and-coming schedule. We have some big highlights from over the weekend, so with that being said, let's get right to it. We begin with women's volleyball taking on Robert Morris at the Jungle. Let's jump right into the second set here as Brooke Phillip launches a serve towards Robert Morris. Robert Morris returns it, and the two teams go blow for blow in a furious rally until the Jaguars take the point thanks to a sneaky dump-off by sophomore Sydney Veach. The Jags dominated the first two games, but heading into the third one, things started to get dicey. After an initial serve from Robert Morris is corralled by Brianna Brown, the Jags return the ball to the other side before a decoy and spike from Melissa Hudak wins the Colonials the point. The Colonials won the third game and rode that momentum until the end. The fourth game was a slugfest with both teams trading jabs and refusing to give any ground. Robert Morris endured longer, squeaking by with a 25-22 victory for the set. The Jags were competitive in the final game, but Robert Morris had gained too much steam. With another kill from Melissa Hudak, the Colonials were able to seal the final game 15-9. The final result was Robert Morris 3-2. The Jags looked to put this loss behind them as they prepared to take on Youngstown State the next day. In volleyball, the Lady Jags took on Youngstown State on Saturday. Here's the ESPN Plus recap with the call.
The first set was a marathon. 35-33 would be the final of it. IUPUI would take it. And if you think about that, 68 combined points between the two teams. One player, Ali Pogue, was incredible for the Jaguars, both in the first set and on the day. She had 3 of her 4 aces in the first set and 19 kills overall. In set 2, Paula Gershing and Youngstown State took charge. They would go on to win that set 25-23. In set 3, IUPUI struck back. Brianna Brown ended up having 23 kills and really got it going in set 3. But there's still, you have to win 3 of them. You can't just win 2. And as we moved on to set number 4, Youngstown State would stake their claim. Josie Borum would have 20 kills, and setting up set 5, Youngstown State wins it 15-9 in set 5. That is 4 wins out of 5 for Youngstown State as the Penguins look to lay claim on one of the 6 Horizon League playoff spots.
Men's tennis went to Cleveland State this past weekend to compete in the Cleveland State Invitational. In the doubles tournament, Emil Janskowski and Alex Jokum took the win against Cleveland. Nicholas Moody and Kamil Kozerski also came out on top with the win for the Jags. In the singles tournament, the Jaguars were unlucky, not gaining any wins. Now let's dive into men's and women's swimming at Milwaukee. The men would win their dual meet 213-87, while the Lady Jags lost a close one 153-147. Despite the mixed results, both squads set records over the weekend. For the women, Emily Zelo set a pool record in the 1,000 freestyle with a time of 10:09. Zelo also picks up wins in the 200 free, 500 free, and along with Lily Brandt, Avery Brooks, and Priscilla Zabala, a win in the 200 freestyle relay. Emily Theobald set a pool record in the 200 backstroke with a time of 2:01. Theobald would add wins in the 100 backstroke and the 100 IM. The men kept the momentum strong, setting 3 pool records while in Milwaukee. Logan Kelly was the star of the show, setting records in the 100 breaststroke with a time of 55:27 and the 200 breaststroke with a time of 2:02. Spencer Jaywuk added the third record with a time of 48:78 in the 100 fly. Jaywuk would also take the win in the 50 free. On the diving side, Sebastian Otero would win both the 1 meter with a score of 3:38.25 and the 3 meter with a score of 3:25.05. The men moved to 6-2 on the season, and the women moved to 6-3 heading into November 11th dual meet against Ball State. Men's and women's cross country participated in the Horizon League Cross Country Championships this past week. The men's team finished in second place behind Youngstown State in the men's 8K. Grant Moon, Eric Peterson, and Nicholas Perkins had top 10 finishes. The Lady Jags finished fourth in the women's 6K as a team. Leading them was Ellie Cates with a 5th place finish. More results can be found on the Horizon League website. The men's soccer team was on the prowl at Grand Park to face the rival Mastodons of Purdue Fort Wayne. Some early pressure led to good looks for the Jags, but a goal eluded them. Just before the half, at the 40-minute mark, a costly penalty by the Fort Wayne goalie set up Lucas Haka for a penalty kick. Haka found the back of the net to give the Jags a 1-0 lead going into the half. 2 minutes into the second half, Tyler Gaynor sent a shot that was redirected off of the Fort Wayne defender and found the back of the net. Gaynor tallied his first collegiate goal and takes center stage to celebrate with a dance. The Jags defense would stand strong, defending off back-to-back corners, but the defense would let in a goal to bring Purdue Fort Wayne within one. Yoshimir Gomez would score the dagger at the 86-minute mark. Gomez would head to the corner for a stylized celebration with the team. The Jags would go on to win 3-1. The Jags extend their unbeaten streak to 5. Our Lady Jaguars took on number 3 Oakland in Rochester, Michigan. In the Horizon League quarterfinals on Sunday afternoon, junior Emma Antoine, in her first ever start, sent this shot bending into the net in the 11th minute to take the lead. Some celebration going on. And later, into the second half, freshman Sarah Henson scored after this cross in the 51st minute to put the game away for the Jags. Goalie Ashton Kudlow made this diving save and went on to be the player of the game, completing the shutout, stopping 8 shots on target by Oakland. The Jags would complete the upset, winning 2-0 in their first win in Rochester since 2008. The Lady Jags move on to play number 1 Milwaukee on Thursday in the semifinals. Do not go anywhere. Up next, after this commercial break, we have an interview with men's basketball coach Matt Crenshaw. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
People always tell you what not to do. Don't get your clothes dirty. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't cross the line. Don't make faces. Find out what you can do. IUPUI, fulfilling the promise.
Welcome back to Kavanaugh Hall inside the Jag Sports Zone studio. I'm your host, Emmet Eaton. Next up, we have an exclusive interview with men's basketball coach Matt Crenshaw. We caught up with him to see what he expects for the future season.
Coach Crenshaw, great to meet you. This year, brand new start, brand new beginning with all these young guys. What are your expectations for this season?
Well, for us, it's an opportunity to rebuild the program, but to take steps and build upon what we were able to do last year. As you know, we went through some unfortunate situations with injuries and losing personnel, but at the end of the year, we truly showed what a team was and how a team played. So as a coaching staff, those were things that we're looking to build upon with this new group of players.
As a player, what has that skill set brought to you as a coach?
Playing the point guard position and playing for the coaches that I've had to play for, I was always thrust into a leadership role. And for me, it's just I was always the extension of the coach, and I had to display leadership at all times. So transitioning from player to coach and working my way up, leadership is something that's came naturally. I think the best thing about being a leader is leading by an example. And when I tell our young men, I'll never ask you to do nothing that we won't do or haven't done. And so, and then also, everybody has a say in the input in how I lead the program and our staff leads the program. It's just simply put is trust, honesty, respect, earnestness, accountability, discipline, and development. And development is a big piece and a big key for us. We want to develop our young men not only as basketball players, but for post-life. Job interviews, resume writing, community service. I think as they develop as young men upon the foundation that their family's already laid, when they leave IUPUI, whether they decide to go back to where they're from or stay in Indianapolis, they can put an instant impact upon their community.
What do you want to see from us students and fans this year come out here to support the team?
And if you have noticed, last year it began as we want to support campus and the community. And it's the same with this year. You know, you're going to see our young men at all athletics events as well as campus events. We can't ask the community or campus to support us if we don't support it. So that's first and foremost. We'll have to do our part. Secondly, we're going to have a fun product out there on the floor. You know, everybody wants to see a winner, so that's no secret. But what I would love for, you know, the student body, our fans, our supporters, just to understand that sometimes you can give these young men an extra boost. You can give them a lift that, you know, where it's a close game, you can put us over the hump to get that win. And we're all in this together. You know, when we were here on campus in the jungle, you know, for about 8 to 10 years, it was standing room only capacity. So we'd like to just get that transition of our students, supporters and fans being able to, you know, transition to get over to the Farmers Coliseum.
Well, it was great meeting you, Coach Crenshaw. I appreciate the time. And we wish you luck on the rest of the season, and maybe we'll see you down the road.
What a great interview. We're going to take another 60-second break. You don't want to miss Ali Duff deliver the up-and-coming game information later this week. We'll be right back.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Welcome back to Jag Sports Zone. I'm your host, Ali Duff. Let's go right in and look at where our Jags plan to play this week. Men's soccer will be fighting for their chance to make the Horizon League tournament in the regular season at Robert Morris. Kickoff is this afternoon at 2 p.m. Women's volleyball will be in Dayton, Ohio against Wright State on Friday starting at 6 p.m. The match can be viewed on ESPN+. Women's volleyball will then travel to Highland Heights, Kentucky, and take on Northern Kentucky on Saturday at 4 p.m. The match will also be available on ESPN+. Our defending league champion Lady Jaguars basketball team will tip off their first home game of the season on Monday at the Jungle against the UIC Flames at 7 p.m. The Lady Jags have never lost to the Flames, and they will try to keep that streak intact. Good luck, ladies. Is this heaven? Well, it is Iowa for the Jags men's basketball team, but instead of the green grass, they will be on the hardwoods of Iowa State to start their season on Monday night. The action starts in Ames, Iowa at the Hilton Coliseum at 8 p.m. Good luck, guys. You can always find the Jag Sports Zone on the IUPUI Athletics website, and now you can find us on the Campus Citizen website as well. The Campus Citizen is IUPUI's independent student-run news publication. This has been the Halloween edition of Jag Sports Zone from Cavanaugh Hall. We hope you enjoyed our featured game of the week and exclusive interview. For Kristin Kemp, Emmet Eaton, and the Jag Sports Zone crew, this is Ali Duff signing off. Thank you for watching, and remember, go Jags!